This week on the tie-in. Wait a minute, you're saying the levels get harder as you progress through the video game?
Got my lines, if you know what I'm saying.
Whoa. You've seen art, though, for it.
I have.
correct?
Yep. It's black and white.
Hello, and welcome to the tie-ins. I am Johnny,
I'm Cartel.
I'm Mike.
and we're the hosts. This week, Mike gave the finger to the format there. Before we get to that, how's it going, guys? It's been a while since at least me and Mike have talked. How you doing, Mike?
Doing okay. Went on a whitewater rafting trip recently, and that was pretty good.
Really?
Um,
You guys didn't even tell me.
well, it was just me and my brother. We went down the Gauley River, which was kind of
Right on.
something that I wanted to do for my 40th birthday, but then COVID hit, so it got canceled. So this was like a do-over 2 years later.
You're
Pretty
such
awesome.
a weirdo. Doing all that outside stuff. Cartel, how you been?
Doing well.
Playing any new games or anything?
Just working this week.
Hey.
I have not played anything new. No.
I have played so many new games and watched so many new things. Most of them are Game Pass games, though, so I don't want to get too deep into them. Pai Chow's and TieTie-ins.
Did you really? That's
Mike?
a good game. I will
Yeah.
say it's not as good
Yeah.
as Pikmin, but it's pretty good.
I actually never have played Pikmin, but it's a blind spot in my gaming. But yeah, Pai Chow's and TieTie-ins.
I like that game a lot.
Yeah, it was really good. I also followed the developer on Twitter, and now there's nothing but indie game developers in my Twitter feed. And earlier today, I told Cartel about this. One of the developers had tweeted that he was doing a polish run on his fighting moves in his game, and I read it as Polish run, and for like 10 minutes, I was like, what the fuck is a Polish run?
Do they
And is
run
he allowed
different
to
than
just-
everyone else?
Is he allowed to just say that? But yeah,
What
so
are
I'm
those
an
wooden
idiot.
shoes? It's like a 5K, but you have to do it in those clogs.
We should start that. Start a Polish run, Polish 5K.
Okay.
I also this week played what's it called? Metal Hellsinger. I really thought I was gonna hate it because it's a rhythm first-person shooter, but it is amazing. It is so zen to shoot demons to the drum beat of a metal song. I definitely recommend that. But
I'll have to try that out. I liked when you got in the zone with like Beat Saber. That was kind of zen too.
yeah, I definitely, after playing Metal Hellsinger, I definitely do not want to play what is that Necrodancer, Beat of the Necrodancer or something like that, where you have to move to the beat.
Oh no, that's too much. I don't want to do all that.
But shooting to the beat was fun.
I'll press a button to a rhythm. That's fine.
and then you get to run around like a maniac in Metal Hellsinger. So I definitely recommend checking that out. All right, let's jump to this week's question. What tie-in do you wish existed? I'm gonna go to Cartel first.
Oh, I don't know. I was going to stall. I was going to stall.
I gave you so much warning. I told you this question. I am not popping these questions on them. Like, surprise. I tell them ahead of time.
Well, I
what
mean, all right,
question I'm going
everything
to
I
ask.
thought of, like, already had one. Like, Castlevania, and then I was like, oh yeah, it had that anime. And then I'd be like, well, Terminator had some good video games, and like Terminator 2, and like everything I thought of, like already had, like it was already a tie-in. So that's why I was like, I mean, I'd have to go with some stupid art film. You know what I mean? Like some sort of Waiting for Godot game. Where you're just sitting there going through dialogue trees, and the whole point is just sitting at that one spot. Yeah, there you go. Waiting for it to
I'm not
Godot.
playing that game.
I have never seen that movie. Surprise. Surprising no one. But That game does not sound fun.
No, it doesn't.
You guys are unfamiliar with the wonderful stage play, Waiting for Godot?
Unfamiliar.
It's a 2-act play.
I've never seen that. That's gonna be my catchphrase.
Well,
I've never seen that.
let me put it this way. My favorite 2 minutes are the DVD extras on Reno 911, like season 1 or 2, where in character they do Waiting for Godot as an outtake, and it is the funniest thing in the world. But yeah, you won't get it unless you're familiar with the play. Yeah, all right.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, I gave you the world, and you
took
just
nothing.
I mean, I could say Scarface, but then Scarface had a game, and then
it did,
and then also it had Grand Theft Auto 3. So I honestly,
and that's the only other movie you can think of.
I mean, no. I'm saying
I only know Waiting for Godot and Scarface. I've got
two
Scarface
posters. I've got 2 posters in my room.
We just had the same joke at the same time. I love it.
3 if you count the Han Solo poster, okay? You know what? I should hang up my Han Solo poster and then go get a picture of Han from Fast and the Furious, and that way I have Han Solo.
What about two Hans in the hand?
Well, the best part is
are worth 2 in the
Han from
bush.
the Fast and Furious. His name is Han Solo, but it's spelled Seoul, like Solo, as in Korea, Seoul.
Yeah, that's weird that you know that. Anyway, what about a Mandalorian game, a Boba Fett game?
Boba Fett games exist.
Yeah, those games exist. Yeah,
on GameCube.
Oh, my bad. I guess we're gonna have to play that then, huh? All right, Michael.
All right,
save this, please.
I went reverse. Well, I'll give you 2, but I'll go reverse. I'll give you a game that I think should be a movie, or really a series, and that's Myst and Riven, which I think could be a good either a TV series or a movie series where they are sort of solving the mysteries and they're basically following the inventions and crazy island that a madman basically invented and basically unraveling those mysteries. I don't know if you played those games, but very involved, deep
I
world.
played Myst.
Tons of lore inside of it, and
I didn't
really good
read
story.
any of the lore.
So I think that could
all
be
the way through Myst, and I had no idea that it was a island made by a madman.
I think that could be pretty cool. So that's a game that's missing a movie. And I said earlier that just give me I don't want to do any moving or anything like that. Just give me button pressing to go to the rhythm. But I feel like if you took Dances with Wolves and turned that into a rhythm game, I would do more than just press a button. I'd get up and dance with the wolf. So give me Dances with Wolves DDR.
No.
Tatanka.
Is that your favorite movie, or is that just a joke that I made up?
It's not my favorite movie. I do like it. It's not my favorite movie.
All right. Well, my tie-in that I wish existed, it'll never happen because Universal Interactive is defunct, and no one will ever get the rights to every single Universal monster. But Monster Squad deserves a video game.
Doesn't have one, really?
An awesome RPG. It does not.
I mean, I would feel
it needs one.
I would feel like Castlevania is almost that, because in the first one you fight Dracula, Medusa,
but
and
you're not a gang of kids.
It just surprises me.
Rudy.
I mean,
Monster
it's not.
Squad
It's
was
not.
my...
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm right. You're right. I'm right. I'm thinking your
Monster
villains.
Squad was my third favorite movie. It when I was a kid. It needs a game. Oh yeah, I can recite that movie word for word.
Wow, I did like it as a kid.
It has an amazing montage song. It's one of my favorite montage songs ever. Rock until you drop, dance until your feet fall off. It's good shit. But yeah, so that's my tie-in. It's at least better than Cartels.
I don't even remember our card. Oh, waiting for Godot.
Oh boy.
Try to bring some
All
culture
right,
up in here.
I've been racking my brain trying to think of a name for this news segment because it's not going to be news because we record ahead of time and olds just didn't sound right.
OFN?
But
Oh,
Old fucking news.
old fucking news?
Yeah.
All right. Old fucking news, the news that matters to us.
Yeah.
Oi, it sure would be cracking if you boy one of me old ass papes, sir.
I mean, I get it.
Did
Like,
you guys know? What? No?
I read it all late. I'm like a week behind on everything.
I'm up to date, and it's weird. I feel like, I don't know, like I'm legitimate, but I'm not. But anyway, did you guys know the Grammys now have a category for video game soundtracks?
I did not.
Ooh,
Yeah, so
interesting. Okay.
all your favorite video game soundtracks can now win a Grammy. I'll still never watch, but you know, hey.
Trying to think of what like some notable ones are right now. Like Final Fantasy, I think, is very notable for their soundtrack.
I remember the Doom
Zelda.
soundtrack, the new one.
Yeah, Doom's got a good one. Zelda's got a great one. Yeah.
I feel like the Yakuza series or something like that. You know?
I don't know that one.
I don't know.
I played
Kingdom
it,
Hearts probably
but I
has
played it on my phone. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts probably has like an orchestra.
But yeah, Final Fantasy, because that's all Square
Almost
Enix.
every game has, almost every game has like orchestras behind it now. But
Would your game Death Stranding have it?
it had Low Roar did the soundtrack, and I thought it was great, but
Oh,
Cartel didn't like it.
you know who had a good soundtrack? NBA
be honest.
2K22.
To be honest, I have not picked up Death Stranding again. I haven't been in the mood to deliver packages. But anyway, getting off topic here. Next story. A Twitch streamer, Ace Game Sam, he went ahead and just beat every single Nintendo 64 game.
I saw that.
That's awesome.
I only read the headline though. How much time did it take him?
He's been streaming for a few years, I thought. Because there's like 500 games.
This has got to be a multi-year process.
Yeah. Because the official list, I think, is like 500 games.
What do you do when you're done with that?
You go to PlayStation? Because it's got like
It was like
thousands.
It was like 400 games, but to
I'm off by 100. Sue me.
I read this and I cannot remember, and now I can't find it.
Isn't it in the chat?
It just says the last few years. It doesn't say exactly.
Was there something like huge during his stream or anything like some sort of culmination of this like epic journey, or did he just finish it and it was like, well, that was that?
As far as I know, he just finished and was like, that was that. He kind of looks like Cartel.
He does. I saw that.
Are you linking it to me, Cartel? I'm looking at it. I already had it pulled up. But yeah, that is an amazing achievement. There is a 12-hour stream of him finishing. I'm not going to watch right now. Would have been good of me to watch ahead of time, so I could have told you. But I didn't, because this is old fucking news. Next story. Did you guys know that Billy Mitchell says his doctor won't see him because of the Donkey Kong cheating allegations?
I did not. Doctor has some principles.
Yeah.
So he's sticking to his guns.
To be fair, the doctor probably just doesn't want to see Billy Mitchell. He's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
And he's still rocking a mullet. So, you know.
Pretty popular these days.
All right, and our last little story here. All right, this is going to be a tough one for me. Our final story here. Mikey Kosar, probably butchering that name.
No, you nailed it.
He's a chartered... for real? You know that?
No, I have no idea.
He's a chartered accountant and a member of Wolves DAO, which is an NFT douchebag conglomerate.
You've already lost my interest.
No, listen to this. This man came out his mouth with Filipinos could band together to buy some assets and then rent them out to themselves to make money that way. With cheap labor of a developing country, you could use people in the Philippines as NPCs. Real life NPCs in your game. He basically... I don't even know what to say about that. He thought that was okay to say.
So this is like beyond getting cheap programming labor from overseas and paying substandard wages. This is just walk around and do nothing.
It's basically just devaluing a whole country.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
They have nothing better to do.
Well, wait a second.
I think...
What are the hours and what does it pay?
What he's saying is it pays like $1 an hour because that's what his implication is, at least. That he doesn't actually say that.
Are there benefits?
Why would there be benefits?
Oh, I was looking for a career change.
It's going to be a bot.
What are the hours? What does it pay?
I got news for you, bro. You're already a bot. But yeah, basically the culmination of this horrible statement solidifies what we already knew. NFT bros suck. They're douchebags.
True story.
And that was old fucking news. OFN.
No.
Ta-ta for now.
But wait, you're really going to let that news segment go by without mentioning GoldenEye?
Oh, yeah. Good call. Yes, I was going to let it go by without mentioning GoldenEye because only the Switch version is getting multiplayer.
Online multiplayer.
Yes.
Online multiplayer.
What about
So
couch
us
co-op?
Game Pass kids are not going to be able to play.
But what about couch co-op?
I'm sure it still has that. I mean, that's built into the game, right?
Was, yeah.
So
But yeah, that means I have to drive all the way over to your house, and
But we were just complaining, or I was just complaining about
'cause you
couch
won't come to
co-op
my house.
not being a thing anymore. So if they're bringing this back with couch co-op, that's awesome.
They just remastered an old game. They're not bringing it back. I mean, I guess they are bringing it back, but it's not new.
Well, it's hard to go
They're just-
back to the
They're
Nintendo
just throwing
64.
a childhood favorite at us.
But we get double thumbsticks. Are we better? Because it's hard to go back to the N64 version and use the C-pad or those little yellow arrows to do your looking. Not good. And nobody ever did the double controller, double thumbsticks.
Yep.
Ugh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
That is the thing.
No, why was that a thing?
You were restricted to 2 players when you did it because you had to have 4 controllers in for each, or 2 for each person. But it was a thing.
I don't want to get too deep into GoldenEye because technically we're recording out of order, but technically we've already gone in depth into our GoldenEye playing, I'm assuming. That'll be the first episode where we talk about what we did after we met each other and all that jazz and why, we're nerds. Yeah, I was excited about GoldenEye, then my spirits dropped when I looked into it. So that's why I did not do it in the news segment. So deal with it, Michael.
Yeah, that doesn't
Dance with me, Michael.
Are you a wolf?
I mean, I am hungry.
Rio?
No? All right.
Oh, never mind.
I hate sand. I'm sorry. That stupid journey through all those got me. Ugh. Whew. It's late for me.
It's when the best
All
stuff
right.
comes out.
Oh boy.
Let's hop over to...
That's when crazy cooking shows are on.
You can't bring that up yet. McCartel just left. Are we keeping
We're just going without him.
Cartel just going to get a beer?
Yeah, just keep going. Let's talk cooking shows.
Not yet, sir. We're not there yet. We still got to do.
Yeah, I'm back.
We still got to do Cartel's favorite segment, which is game passing you by. Oh, I fucked that up.
Perfect.
Cartel's favorite segment, which is Game Passing You By.
Oh, turn my headphones up.
Anyway.
Wait, you're
We'll
not going
probably
to turn
get-
my headphones
let's-
up one more time? Let me hear it one more time.
You want to hear it one more time? I thought you were going to say Game Passing You By.
She keeps game passing me by. Pass me by.
Sorry, I was...
Game pass me by.
God damn it.
Pass me
But
by.
anyway.
Letting it pass you by.
Every time I do that, my browser gets bigger because I have it mapped to like zoom in buttons.
You have it on Control Plus.
Yep. It was a dumb map. I've never used Control Plus, so I was like, I'll use that because I don't ever use it, and apparently it does something. But anyway, this week's Game Pass. Before we get into that, I had a false sense of legitimacy the other day, which
You're
made
getting those a
me-
lot.
Yes. Which made me feel the need to say, yes, I understand that subscription-based services do not pay their artists very well, and Game Pass is probably really bad for the industry, but also I'm poor, and I get to play a lot of video games, so we're doing the Game Pass and You Buy segment because that's the only place I get my video games. I felt the need to put that out in the atmosphere.
Consider
But
it out
anyway,
then.
this week's Game Pass and You Buy is Trek to Yomi. Trek to Yomi is a 2022 side-scrolling action game developed by Flying Wild Hog and published by Devolver Digital. It came out to mixed reviews, but I really enjoyed it. It's short, it's beautiful, it's black and white, but it's a beautiful, beautiful game. Cartel, you played it.
I played it. I
What
don't
are
think
your
I beat
thoughts
it.
on
I
it?
think I got like another 3 levels to go. But yeah, no, I chipped
You
away.
still haven't beaten it?
I still have not beaten the game.
It's so short, I don't get it. But yeah, it's fun. Little samurai run through. It is a good game. Mike, you have not played this.
Nope, I'm out of this segment.
I
Haven't
feel
played
sad
it.
for you. You've seen art, though, for it.
I have.
correct?
Yep. It's black and
Cool.
white.
Checks out.
MJ says that doesn't matter.
That's right.
So-
I wrote a song about it.
And the other MJ said, fuck the kids. Right? Didn't Michael Jordan say that?
What?
No? Didn't Michael Jordan say fuck the kids? Didn't he famously say that? This is all getting edited out. I
You
hate
gotta
you
edit that
guys.
part out. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
All right. So, anyway, that was Game Pass and You Buy. And my browser just zoomed in some more.
Control 0 to
This
get
week-
back.
I'll just remap it. I'm an idiot.
You were
that
right,
was a
by the
meme.
way. No, it was real.
Oh, I was right about Michael Jordan
You
saying
were.
fuck them kids.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Anyway, this week Mike wanted to just get it out there as fast as possible that although we have this format of video games and their movie tie-ins, movies with video game tie-ins, we also don't give a shit and we'll do whatever the fuck we want. So this week we watched The Galloping Gourmet and played Overcooked 2. But let's take a quick break before we get to that. And we're back. And Michael, this was all you. So which one do you want to do first? The show or the game?
Let's talk about the show.
All right. The Galloping Gourmet was a comedic cooking show recorded in Ottawa at CJOH-TV from 1968 to 1973, starring Graham Kerr. That was really easy homework for me. There's not a million stars like in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
So It was very easy for me to spit out. That's all the information you need about this show. Cartel, I'm going to go to you first. Thoughts? Prayers?
Thoughts and prayers for this, for whatever I watched.
Oh, I find myself very funny.
For whatever we watched, because... What? What?
What are you talking about? What? Did you actually watch the episode?
He couldn't even
All right.
get the thing he was cooking, because at the very end he makes it, and then he's like, all right, so just add the egg back on it to like fold it all over, and then he couldn't fold it over, and then he puts it in his fryer, and he puts it in upside down.
Yep.
And then they cut to already cooked and everything ready to
Pre-made.
go in the next scene.
Yeah.
So is he just always incompetent?
He's not incompetent. It's just he's doing it live. He's got a drink at the same time. He's going fast, and
All right.
he just doesn't care too much.
All right, so I've got a few. First of all, when you set this up, I suggested we also watch. What did I suggest? What is that show called? The Cajun Chef. I guarantee.
Yeah.
But we nixed that, and so I watched your episode of Galloping Gourmet, and it was horrible, but I liked it. So I watched another episode of Galloping Gourmet. First of all, let me say this: you watched this with our friend, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Should I not? Maybe I shouldn't drop name. I don't know.
I don't know either. My college roommate.
Yeah, with a friend of the pod. This friend of the pod, this is gonna be tough. Is Canadian, so he had an excuse. You have no excuse for watching this.
Well, let me tell you the excuse. It came on at 3 a.m, like 5 nights a week for some reason, and we had a terrible sleeping schedule in college, and we would stay up and play Tribes or Minesweeper or whatever, and have TV on in the background, and then this cooking show, I guess, I don't know why it got re-released. Like, old reruns of it started coming on, and...
Because it was 3 a.m.
Yeah, but, like, I mean, you heard, like, the stories at the beginning. They're ridiculous, and they were just on in the background, and then, like, we'd catch little pieces of it and be like, what the hell are we watching? And then we got sucked into it, and then it just grew on us. Like, we actually stopped playing games and watched the Galloping Gourmet every night at 3 a.m.
Like I said, it was bad, and I enjoyed it, but I would not stop playing video games to watch this.
No, not at all.
So I also, as I do, did extra homework, and I watched his second show, Graham Kerr's Kitchen. Basically, during Galloping Gourmet, he was known for constantly throwing extra butter in, making the foods real rich and unhealthy.
Yep.
But when you think he was drinking, I found out that during each commercial break, he just put the drink up to his lips. And then when they came back, he put it back up to his lips so it looked like he'd been drinking during the break. He actually very rarely drank on set. But
he
I'm
spilled a lot of
assuming-
it, too.
Yeah, he was definitely galloping in the kitchen the entire time. It was a very apt name. Is that the right apt name?
Yep.
Yes. So yeah, Graham Kerr's Kitchen. I'm assuming this is not. I didn't look this up. This is not fact. I'm assuming he had a heart attack at some point because Graham Kerr's Kitchen. He cooks everything healthy. He does substitutes for everything. He uses tofu. He makes crust out of rice. And then he calculates all the calories and trans fats and everything at the end. So he definitely made a 180 there.
He did.
And it is very boring. He actually, in the episode I watched, he said, I used to say Eggs Benedict was food porn. He paused for a second and then said, but that's when I didn't care about being polite. So he went from being cool to being a dorky old man.
Yeah.
He basically became what he hated.
Agreed. I agree with that. I guess he was in a really bad car accident.
What? Really? Oh, so you looked this stuff up?
Yeah. I knew about his turn. I didn't know why the turn happened, but I guess I looked it up. He was in a really bad car accident says dislocated spine. And,
That's not good.
No.
that is not something you want to dislocate.
No. And his wife
You
got
definitely
lung
want
cancer.
your spine located.
His wife thought she had lung cancer, but then it was found out she had tuberculosis. But part of her lung got removed, and she became a born again Christian, and then he became religious too. And then he thought that his, like you were saying, his old cooking show was terribly unhealthy. And he basically apologized for, like, he kind of distanced himself from the old show, and the fact that it looked like he was a lush, and his sort of sexual innuendos on the show and stuff like that. And he tried to convince TV stations to completely remove the reruns and, like, never show the show again.
Really?
Yeah. He completely wants to disown the old show.
All right, well, let me ask you this, Michael. Did you look this up for the podcast, or is this just stuff you know? Because you love this man so much.
I knew about the term, and I knew that he didn't, and he denounced the old show. I didn't know why. I had to look that up.
People should never be born again.
Yep.
Get born once.
That's enough.
And leave it at that.
We don't need more boys.
Oh, man.
But I'm disappointed in Cartel's reaction. I'm sad.
Yeah, I know.
about it.
I actually enjoyed it. I really did. He was silly. He dropped stuff, and he just laughed it off. It's the kind of thing. It was like improv. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Not much left to say about that. Normally, a new thing that I'm kind of bringing to the podcast here is Letterboxd. Normally, I'm going to make these guys do a short review of the movie and give it a 5-star rating. I'm mad that it's going to be 5-star because that means eventually fucking, what is that website? Metacritic can use it. I hate the 5-star system. But anyway.
What's the preferred system?
Anything but 5-star because that's what Metacritic uses.
You want it out of 100?
Yeah. No, we're going to do 5-star because that's what Letterboxd does. Letterboxd is a movie social network app. So normally I would have you guys give a little short review and a 5-star rating, but this isn't a movie. It's not on the website. So, Mike, we know you liked it. Cartel?
Pete?
Are you going to give it a like?
Pass.
Are you going to smash that like button or pass?
I'm a pass.
Oof, that's rough.
I'm
going to smash that like button on this.
going to go into my YouTube history.
I really hate
and
that I'm
remove
saying
history.
that.
I don't think you should feel ashamed in the slightest.
I'm not ashamed about enjoying the show. I'm ashamed of saying smash that like button.
Oh, all right, that's fine.
And on that note, let's take a quick break. All right, and we're back, and that means it's game time. We played Overcooked 2. Overcooked 2 is a cooperative cooking simulation game, simulation in quotes there.
Based on
developed by
the Galloping Gourmet.
I guess, yeah. Developed by Team 17 alongside Ghost Town Games, and it was released in 2018. And just for a little side-by-side comparison there, other games from 2018, Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which we'll be doing for the podcast, Jurassic World Evolution, which we'll be doing for the podcast. And you can find this game anywhere from $5.80 to $29.99 was the highest I found it. Mike, do you want to tell us why you made us work in a kitchen?
I like this game. I think it's a great co-op game. It basically plays like a Mario Party minigame with a little bit more depth, a little bit more replayability, and the levels get harder and harder in different ways, like moving platforms.
Wait a minute. You're saying the levels get harder as you progress through the video game?
Well, minigames
Groundbreaking!
don't. Mario Party minigames do not get harder. They're the same every time. So this is minigame-esque, but progressive difficulty.
I have famously said many times that I will play any video game. I will never say no. But man, do I hate when you suggest this game.
I just don't get it. You like Mario Party.
It's like work. and to me it's the same on every level. Yes, it gets harder, but it's still just work on every level. And we streamed this game. You can check that out on our Twitch and our YouTube channel. You can just hear the frustration yelling at Cartel. Cartel, what is your take on this game? Did you feel abused?
I mean, there were times where I was in the zone, but
There were. You carried one level.
There was a level.
Yeah.
There was a level where you were 100%.
But most of the time, it was interrupting me getting high. And every time I would try to get high,
Yep.
I would get yelled at for not pushing the button.
You gotta chop the fish.
I believe it was in between levels, and I would just sit there trying to, to do my thing, and I couldn't.
So the loading screen took too long. You don't like the button press between the loading screen.
I'm saying I saw that as a natural break, so that's where I cut my lines, if you know what I'm saying.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa, buddy. That's not okay. That is not what you were doing.
I thought I'd raise it one time.
If that was truly what you were doing, you would have killed it in this game because
that's what you need.
I would have never had to yell at you. You would have been buzzing around. Somehow your character would move faster than ours. Oh, man. All right, so this is the podcast where Cartel pretends that he's doing coke. I just snorted.
We got him. Folks, we got him.
He's got Scarface on his wall.
That's true.
First,
He's just sitting there twitching, waiting for Godot.
First, you wait for Godot. Then you get the...
Is Godot bringing the coke? Oh, Jesus. This is off the rails. And this is all staying in, just so you know.
God.
This is good.
Nothing but rails.
Oh.
You want a piece of Godot? You got it.
Say hello to Godot when she gets here. Who?
Is
All
it
right,
a she?
Michelle. Is it a she?
No.
I was just about to ask that.
No.
I'm picturing Gal Gadot. Oh, okay, anyway. Fuck. So yeah, Overcooked. Oh,
I don't understand. You like Mario Party minigames.
I do.
I think it's because it's one mini game and no variation, just increasing difficulty.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Because I love video games, and I really love co-op video games, playing with my friends, I have fun while playing this game, but I don't like it. Does that make any sense at all?
You enjoy the camaraderie
Hello?
and the banter.
And I enjoy that I'm doing something video game-esque.
You
with-
just like
with my
having
hands.
friends.
No, not anymore.
You're like, I got this
Oh.
toy. I don't really like it, but my friends like playing it with me, so I'll play with it.
I'm just an easygoing guy. I don't like to harsh anybody's,
All right, Lionel Richie,
vibe.
over there like Sunday morning. We can cut that.
I'm a
You can cut that out.
I'm a blind artist. Is that you passing outside my door? Hiya. Is it me you're looking for? All right. So, Jesus, there's gonna be a lot cut out of this episode. It's gonna be short. Anyway,
What are you gonna do?
let's final feelings. Let's go for that. Michael, it's your game. You go first. Give us your. Would you recommend this game?
Absolutely. I absolutely recommend this game. I think it's good for a couple. I think it's good for friends, and I think it's good for like we do 4-person. We did 3-person. It's good for large groups
You
too.
can do 4.
Yeah, so
You can do 4.
I think it's good on all multiplayer levels, local and online. Awesome game.
But you're not jamming it out by yourself?
No, that is a caveat there. This is not a single player game. I don't like it enough to play single player, but I think it's funny to like throw fish at other people and catch it and like catch it in a pot. Or, like there's funny aspects of this when you're playing co-op. It's not very cool single player at all, but definitely recommend it for multiplayer.
All right. Cartel?
You got yourself some friends. You're gonna hang out. You're gonna play some video games. Go ahead, play this one. Why not? If you got 4 controllers, go for it. You're not
All
gonna
right.
like hate it. You're just gonna be like, we had some fun. It was funny.
A glowing review.
Eh?
You're not gonna fucking hate it.
Hey, you know what? You might be like Johnny. You might fucking hate it, but you'll have fun doing it.
We know my thoughts. I did not enjoy it. If you never worked in a restaurant, play it. It won't give you flashbacks of being in the weeds and trying to figure out whose ticket goes where, and then like when you walk out, forgetting what table numbers are because you're so flustered. Maybe if that's never happened to you, you'll enjoy this game. For me, it's a no, dog. And I hate that I just said that.
All right, Randy.
RJ over here.
And let's take a break. And, or do we? No, we don't take a break, do we?
We do.
Before the outro? Okay.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll come back with some goodbyes. All right, and we're back. This has been the tie-ins. I'm Johnny.
I'm Cartel.
I'm Mike, still your #1 podcaster, I think. I don't know how it works, but you know, you can vote on it.
I'm number 2. I'm a
Whatever.
number 2. You can follow us on Twitter at TheTie-ins. You can follow us on Letterboxd at TheTie-ins. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us. I think that might be it.
You can join our Patreon.
You could. I was getting
Oh,
there. You don't.
okay.
But I was doing the follows. Oh, and you can follow us on TikTok. But we will never post on Instagram, and we will never post on TikTok. We're just sitting on those names. And you can join our Patreon. We have some movie watch-alongs on there. Over there is where we'll be doing all the food and music tie-in games. So yeah, go check that out. Some good stuff over there. Michael Jordan says, "Fuck them kids," and I say, we just wasted your time.